Hey, sweetie, this is Michaela. Today I'll continue telling you the story of Mia's family. I'll keep updating it for you. Remember to check in every day, okay? Chapter 12. Taming a Griffin. Inside the dark and damp lighthouse, the low growl grew even clearer. It was as if a fierce beast was lurking in the darkness, ready to pounce on Mia's family at any moment. Jack motioned for everyone to keep quiet while tightly gripping a wooden stick, which they had improvised as a weapon, and stared intently in the direction of the sound. As the growl got closer, a huge figure slowly emerged from the darkness. It was a creature that resembled a lion but had wings. Its eyes glowed with an eerie green light, and its fangs glinted coldly in the faint light. It was a griffin from ancient Greek mythology. The griffin spread its wings and let out a deafening roar. A powerful gust of air rushed towards them, almost knocking everyone off their feet. Mia tried to communicate with the griffin, sending it a message of peace. However, the griffin seemed to be driven by some force and ignored her intentions, charging straight at them. Jack reacted quickly, shielding Mia and Martha behind him and using the wooden stick to fend off the griffin's attack. The griffin's sharp claws swiped across the stick, leaving several deep marks in an instant. Seeing this, Martha quickly took out the energy shield device from her backpack. After activating it, a blue light screen formed, temporarily blocking the griffin's attacks. But the griffin was so powerful that it kept ramming into the shield, causing the shield to flicker erratically, as if it could break at any moment. Just then, Mia suddenly noticed that the strings of the artifact were vibrating even more violently, and the resonating sound they emitted seemed to have some connection with the griffin's roar. She had an idea and tried to pluck the strings according to the rhythm of the resonating sound. Something magical happened. As the beautiful notes from the strings echoed in the air, the griffin's movements gradually slowed down, and the fierce light in its eyes gradually dissipated. Taking this opportunity, Jack carefully observed the surrounding environment and found some strange symbols and patterns on the wall. He guessed that these symbols might be related to taming the griffin or finding the artifact. So, while motioning for Mia to keep plucking the strings, he and Martha started to study the symbols on the wall. After some effort, they discovered that these symbols were an ancient spell. Reciting them in a specific order could calm the griffin down. Jack took a deep breath and carefully recited the spell as indicated by the symbols. As the last syllable fell, the griffin lay quietly on the ground, its eyes becoming gentle, and it no longer showed any intention of attacking. Mia walked forward joyfully and gently stroked the griffin lying on the ground. Just then, a strange light enveloped the griffin, and its body began to shrink rapidly. In the blink of an eye, it became almost the same size as Fiona. Its big, cute eyes blinked, and it looked very adorable. Mia was pleasantly surprised to find that she could now communicate smoothly with the griffin. Through the conversation, they learned that the griffin wasn't originally so ferocious and violent. It had been controlled by an evil force before, losing its self-control helplessly. Zeus and Poseidon had to seal the griffin in the tower to prevent it from causing harm to the world. Until Mia's family lifted the evil curse on it, it was grateful and decided to accompany Mia's family in their search for the artifact. They named it Griffin, and from then on, the family had a new, cute, and powerful member. After taming Griffin, Mia's family continued to climb up the stairs. However, before they could reach the top of the tower, a huge whirlpool suddenly appeared on the stairs. Before they could react, everyone was sucked into it. After a dizzying spin, they were teleported to a mysterious underwater city. Although the mysterious underwater city was at the bottom of the sea, they could still breathe normally here. The underwater city was built with colorful corals and shimmering shells. It was magnificent, but also exuded a sense of mystery. But before they could take a closer look, a group of mermaid warriors holding tridents surrounded them. The mermaid warriors looked vigilant and were full of hostility towards them. Mia's family tensed up, not knowing what to do. Just then, a melodious singing came from the depths of the underwater city, as if there was an invisible force pulling them. Following the direction of the singing, they saw a mermaid with a graceful figure and a crown on her head. She was the queen of the underwater city. The queen swam slowly in front of them and asked them firmly about their intentions. Mia quickly explained what had happened, from encountering the griffin in the lighthouse to lifting the evil curse on it, and the reason they were teleported here by the whirlpool. After listening, the queen's expression softened a bit. She told Mia's family that all of this was Poseidon's arrangement. To thank them for lifting the evil curse on the griffin, Poseidon had deliberately created the whirlpool in the tower to summon them to the underwater city. With the misunderstanding cleared up, the queen also brought Poseidon's decree, agreeing to Griffin's request to join Mia's family. Afterwards, the queen ordered a huge sea turtle to carry them to the surface of the sea. Looking from the sea surface, the lighthouse could still be seen guiding the ships. At this time, Griffin flapped its wings and returned to its previous size in the tower, but there was no longer a trace of fierceness in its eyes. The family rode on Griffin and flew towards the lighthouse. They were about to reach the artifact. And what kind of challenges awaited them at the top of the lighthouse? Well, dear friends, that's where we'll conclude today's installment of the story. I truly hope you've been as captivated by it as I've been sharing it. If you've enjoyed this narrative so far, I'd be immensely grateful if you could show your support by hitting that like button. And here's a little tip for you to never miss out on the upcoming exciting chapters. Simply activate the subscription bell. In this way, you'll be promptly notified when I bring you the rest of this enthralling story tomorrow. So, stay tuned.